My name is Neil Walker. I'm the Regis Professor of Public Law and the Law of Nature and Nations here at Edinburgh Law School. The title of my project is Law, Community and Utopia, and each of these three words is important. The project, which is a Leverhulme major research grant, is looking at the relationship between law, community and utopia. And these are ideas which have always been in a kind of interesting relationship with each other. Utopia, we tend to think of as something which doesn't need law because it describes an ideal environment, a kind of idyllic environment where we all live together under optimal circumstances and we're all good to each other, we can all trust each other, we all play to our altruistic instincts, etc., etc. We don't need law, or we certainly don't need law as something which stops us from behaving badly towards each other. Law, on the other hand, tends to take a more kind of pragmatic view of human nature, and usually when we think about a legal system, whether it be the criminal law or the law of derelict or whatever, we do so on the basis that it's trying to manage the possibility of, let's call it, bad behaviour within society, selfish behaviour, destructive behaviour, etc., etc. So law is often a guarantee against the destructive forces within society. Whereas for utopians refuse to contemplate the destructive forces within society. So there's a real tension between the two. The notion of community is important here as well because both law and utopia take community seriously. Law has to take community seriously. When we say the word law, we actually mean implicitly a legal system, which is a law for a particular community. Utopia, going back to the origins of the term in Thomas More's book, his idea of utopia was a specific island, so it's very much a community. It's not the whole world, it's a particular place. Topos, the word for place, it's a particular place, and it's a place where it is possible for people to live together under ideal circumstances. So what I'm interested in is relationship between these three ideas, and in particular whether the fact that today we're moving more away from national places as being the key places we live. A lot of us think of ourselves in more, some of us at least, in more cosmopolitan terms as Europeans perhaps, at least until the end of March, or as cosmopolitans or whatever. There's a sense in which the place in which we live is a more contested category. And so what we find today is that those who imagine utopias with or without law, again, there's a contest, there's a struggle between those who see that in nationalist terms and those who see it in European or cosmopolitan or worldwide terms or whatever. So it's about looking at the relationship between these different variables over time and looking into the future as well.